Hello, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm just up at the slats here where these have silage, but I'm going to sort out these heifers. Just where I was A&Iing some heifers or whatever, I had them in with the cow there at the back. They were in a pen up there on their own, so I'm just going to sort them out now, put them in a pen up on their own. And there's a bit of silage in on the slats where they pulled it in. Just want to throw that out. Give the cows up there, just tidy up that. I'm going to leave that there because there'll only be one cow and one heifer here. Just give them silage up there again. And I've brought a tin of blue spray up for that calf that was calved yesterday, but unfortunately that other calf died. We just didn't get to him soon enough. An awful mistake, but look, at everyone, and it happened myself as well, where I thought a calf had sucked and he hadn't. But I had suckled him, but as I said in the last video, I had suckled him, and but he was very poor at sort of sucking. He wasn't great, and then he didn't suck in between sucks, and then when overnight didn't help him, and I got up early and I stomach tubed him a couple of times then that day, and he was dead this morning. So I was sort of expecting it, but anyway. So yeah, gonna do that, and then I think we'll have some. I need to power wash, an awful lot of power washing to do, so it might be a day tomorrow power washing. So that'll probably be in this video as well. Like the feckin' mowers still haven't been power washed, and I want to get the baler power washed, and then it has to go down to be serviced because the sprocket broke on it the last job we done, and a chain broke on it as well. So, and it needs some tines, and it just needs a full service. So I want to get it power washed before I drop it down to them. So and just everything, the tractor is manky, everything's just, there's an awful lot of stuff needs to be washed and just cleaned and tidied up. So that will probably be in this video. Just want to take some of the silage off the slats there as well and throw it in the back. It's just where that they've pulled in. That's just one fault of having the tractor here. When you push the stuff in with the tractor, they have a big bulk of stuff beside the barrier, and they seem to pull it in. Like last year when I didn't have the tractor here, I was forking the stuff in by hand, and there was very little of that, you know what I mean, because there was no big bulk of it there. So anyway, like these calves, just to show you these calves, there's some of the autumn calves. Well, I calved a bit later this year, just due out of no fault. But they're getting very little meal, very little. I think I've only bought like a half a ton of meal for them this winter, just giving them an odd day. So they're probably looking a bit hairy, but they've done well. I could even see the difference in them when I came back from the holiday. They had grew a bit, you know. So, and like they're not getting feck all meal, because just with the cost of everything, I've sort of cut back. I used to do the calves real well, but I hope to maybe keep them till April 12 month. So there's no point in stuffing them now. I'd hope to get them up to maybe 500 or 600 kilos by then, if I can. If I don't need to sell any this autumn, depending on what way the money situation is. Sometimes you just have to sell stock to get money. That's what they're there for. There's not a jigger in the tractor. I have jump leads on it from the Jeep, but I don't know, it doesn't seem to be doing anything. It's looking like I'll have to go home and get the tractor from home and bring it up to feed the cattle here. Don't know what else. There's lights on it now. You'd nearly want a booster pack, maybe see will it start, but there wasn't a jigger in it. There was nothing. So that's strange. Lights are coming on now, lights are on. It's only a new battery. Just up, giving the silage now. I had to go home and get the other tractor. I may get Philip to look at the McCormick, my mechanic. I had it jump leads on the Jeep, excuse me, for probably over half an hour, 45 minutes, and there was still nothing. So probably need to bring up a booster pack if that's what's wrong. Maybe have to do something else. But the slats on this side are quite full, so I just need to change things around. I'm going to move the cows down there. They'll still have the same lie back because the slats down there are not quite full. So I just want to change things around. We'll still have the same lieback, and maybe I hope to get agitating this tank maybe on Monday, depending if I can get the McCormick going. So we're going to agitate it with that. Not going to take too much slurry out of it now, I don't think. Just a couple of load to get down. If I could get down even halfway, and then try spread the most of the slurry then in April on the silage ground, something like that. That'll be the plan. But we're going to move these cattle here now. The battery's gone dead in my fucking GoPro, so we'll see how much with this can we get video. There was a lot of silage there on the slats as well, so I came in with the fork and I took most of it off. So yeah, I cleaned it off a bit. Most of the calves are down there. I gave them a couple of buckets of nuts, so that's why they're down there. Go on, hop, hop. Hop, 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 hop. Go on. They're waiting on silage, that's why they don't want to go out. Hop, 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 hop. And I'll shut this gate across here. Just have that cow and calf and little heifer. I'll leave them there so they have access to that little lieback. And then the cows will be coming in here. They've got 3 bays here, which is what they had on the top side, and I just have the heifers then on the top side. I just need to open this creep gate back again the wall there, and I just hang on. I probably need to just get a hammer or something. Yeah, going to open that back in the wall, and they still have access to the lieback, and the calves still have access to the creep area. So just want to fill up the slats up there. It is full, and it's not full down this end. So and then hopefully, as I said, agitate it on Monday. We're here at the sheep shed. As you seen just in the video there, I was feeding the ewes. If people want to know, I don't work out exactly how many kilos per head, but I have a rough idea. I can work it out. I think those buckets are about 10 kg in a bucket. So if someone wants to know, maybe I will work it out, and I'll either say it later in this video or in the next video exactly per head what the ewes are getting. But like they're only getting meal for the last 2 weeks. That's all, the twins and triplets, and the singles are still out. But just there yesterday morning, if you can see that ewe, we marked her with the green there on her. She aborted 2 lambs yesterday morning, and I didn't have the camera with me yesterday morning. I actually had to take them from her, 2 lambs. So yes, she aborted. So I'll be getting ewes in for sorting maybe tomorrow or Monday, so I'll probably put her back out then. She doesn't need to be here eating nuts now. But could maybe send the lambs off and be tested, but there's always a few at the start, always here anyway. As I stated before in other videos, I looked into the vaccinations for the Enzo and Toxo. But it was just working out too expensive. Like if done the foot vacs and you're doing Heptavac P, like if you've done everything you're meant to do, you just wouldn't make a shilling. So maybe I'll have to prioritise doing the end zone toxo and maybe cut back on something else. I don't know, but it's impossible to do it all. You just couldn't do it all and make money. So I'll have to see how it goes. And if we have a good bit of abortion, I'll have to do it next year and maybe cut back on something else. I'll see how we tried the foot vacs this year for the first time. So just want to see how that goes as well. So I'm just going to ring the lambs now and mark those lambs. I'll show you that. Just to show people as well, I know people will say I'm doing too much fucking talking, but just to show, we used to use the scour halt against scour. That's gone off the market. So there's this new product, Provita Lamb Response, and you give them one squirt of that. It's supposed to prevent against this watery mouth scour, and I don't know what exactly is in it, but you give them one squirt of that. I think if you have problems, you give them more. It's 1 mil per squirt. You give it to every lamb as they're born. We done that with the scour halt, and like we had no scour problems at all. So some people say it was a waste of money, but we done it. We thought it was good. So we're going to try this new product to see. We got it in Midland Veterinary. We also use, I think I threw away the box, the Scabby Vax. Or it's Scabby Guard it's called now. And that's the applicator. That's just a vaccine against ORF. Couldn't be got last year, and we had a little bit of ORF because of it, but we were lucky enough it wasn't too bad. So you just give them a scratch on the inside of the leg. Again, a newborn lambs, when we be marking them a couple of days old, we get them done before they go out. So that's what we're using, and then just the rings on the tails, and we don't ring the testicles because we're in the Cheviot ram breeding and we'll be leaving all the rams anyway. And then with the Suffolk ram lambs, we leave them as ram lambs because I've stated many times, it's not a Ramadan, something else like Ramadan, where they collect the ram lambs in Roundwood. So we leave everything as ram lambs, and we try and get rid of most of them there between the Chevets, then keeping them as rams or whatever, or up there. So they're the rings. We just stick them on, really sticking them on their tails, really, that's it. And then we'll be marking lambs and marking the ewes, the twins with numbers, and we mark the singles just with a J and maybe put a specific mark on them, because if you go out into the field, you can match the ewe with the lamb. Just a red dot or 2 red dots or different colours, you know, something like that, just so you know, because sometimes lambs get lost in the field and you don't know which lamb is which ewe with the singles, because we mark everything with a J. So we just put a little mark on the ewe and lamb the same, so that you don't get caught out in the field. But like sometimes you forget to mark them and you do get caught out. But anyway, that's just what we're doing. Just grab these lambs now, hang on. Like this lad. It's a ram lamb, so I'm just going to be leaving him as a ram, so I'll just do his tail. Don't know whether you can see that or not now. I'll just put that down a bit. Just stick it over like that. That's it. And then the Scabby Vax. Oh, I'll give him a shot of this as well. I hadn't. Just one squirt of that, it says. And then the Scabby Vax, I just make sure it's coming down. You just give that a squeeze. Yeah, it's on it there now. And you need to break the skin. Just give him a bit of a scratch inside the leg. That's him done. And then I just want to mark him as well. This is the first set, so I just number them with, that's number 1. This second fella is a ram lamb as well, so again, I'll just be doing his tail. Don't know whether you can see that in there or not. See the scratch I've put on the inside of his leg there. We find that scabby vax or scabby guard that it's called now is really good. Now I just need to catch the ewe and stick number 1 on her as well, so the lambs correspond with her. Just with this lamb, I think the Cheviot ram must have broke out with this one, or else she must have broke into the Cheviot ram, because it was a Suffolk ram and Suffolk ewe, and this is what came, or else a stray ram got in. But sure, look at, he's a lamb, so we'll take it. This is a ewe lamb as well, so I'll only be doing this, only tail to do anyway. So really only tails we have to do. Now I'll be marking this lad with a J. We just mark all the singles like this, we just find it's easier, and then green J I use, and then that's after falling out of my pocket now, so I may stick the lid back on it. And I'll just stick a red mark on his shoulder, and then I'll do the same with the ewe. Just going to change over, take off the soft hands and put on the spike. I think I'll go down and get one of the feeders where the ewes are, and probably put it where the ram lambs are, and give them a bale of silage. I'd say they probably need it now. They were getting a bit of meal, but I'd say they got feck all when it was gone. So and I'd say the ewes want more silage as well, and I have to feed the horses down in country cottage stables down the fields as well. So just to finish off this video, just to show you, the pens are gone quite mucky now, so when this is all tidied up today, it'll probably be tomorrow, because we want to get the ewes in, as I was saying, to sort for get the empty ewes away at the cull ewes. I'll probably put in my singles then anyway. Look at, when I have them in, I might as well put them in. Just to say apologies My battery went dead. That was yesterday when I was feeding the rams. I brought them down some nuts for the creep feed and I gave them a bale of silage. My battery just went dead. The batteries just don't seem to be lasting that long in the cold weather. But just another thing maybe just wanted to highlight are the tractor protests all over Europe. I don't want to get religious or political on this channel. I want to try to keep it fairly open, but like just to highlight, the farmers are pretty much getting screwed every angle they go, and like they've had enough. And you really have to compliment the German farmers, and even like the Polish and the Dutch and the French for what they're doing. Now I know the French maybe have taken it to another level and it's maybe vandalism, some of it, but they're taking a stand and you have to admire that. I don't know why, and even the truckers are getting involved in it, because the government are just screwing people over left, right and centre. People are working harder and getting less money, and it's not just farmers, it's right across the board, and they're well able to pay themselves extra money, but they can't give. Look, you could talk all day about it, but when are the Irish farmers going to wake up and make a stand? I know the laws here are different maybe, and they can give injunctions, you know, maybe. I think the laws are different abroad, but like when are the Irish farmers going to stand up and pull together? That's the biggest thing. When are they going to actually join together? And even with the truckers or whoever, but like the farming lads won't actually join together as it stands. I don't know why. They're all maybe lining their own pockets, but like, come on lads, wake up. Like, everybody needs a farmer 3 times a day, and that's been stated on different platforms or whatever. And like, the government in Holland are actually taking farms off farmers, saying they're not productive, and for this climate agenda, trying to cut production right across the world and plant trees. I'm not saying planting trees is a bad thing, a few trees here and there, but like, they're trying to close down farms and plant trees, and what they're doing here in the west, trying to re-wetting areas where lads have worked all their life to drain it and make land better. Like, people need to eat, and they want to bring in this cheaper food from Brazil or whatever, where there's no regulations at all. Like, we're the highest regulated in the world, and the best produced stuff in the world, and they can't see that, and they're trying to get rid of all this. So like, trying to cut production to have gardens and have forests, it's ridiculous. Like, what will happen down the line when there's not enough food? Maybe that's what's needed, is some starvation for people to realise that it's going to happen. It's going to be too late in a few years' time. So, but anyway, on that note, we're going to finish up here, and hope you enjoyed this video. Lots of different things coming in the videos coming up now in the next few videos, lots of different things. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, as always, give it a thumbs up because it helps the channel, and please subscribe, and we will see you at the next one.